the District 2-3A track meet here in Muleshoe, and we're just about ready to start the running finals. I'm Bob Graves, along with Buddy Embry, helping me with some stats, and of course our cameraman is Gil Robert Reynolds. The first event, and we have something new this year. We have a girls JV division. That's the first time I can ever remember that. And we're starting off with a 400-meter relay, and we have 4 teams entered. We have Littlefield, Muleshoe, Freona, and Shallowater. Muleshoe's in lane 2, Sadie Suddeth, Sydney Suddeth, Emily Precure, and Haley Might. And looks like the gun's up, and they're ready to start off. Muleshoe is in lane 2. And we're waiting for the start. And they're off right there. Sadie Suddeth, first leg. Sydney Suddeth. They are twins, identical. And then the third leg will be Emily Precure and Haley Might. Okay. Okay. Looks like a pretty decent handoff. Right now looks like Muleshoe's running about third. And looks like Littlefield's really coming up on the inside there. And there's handoff. And it looks like it's Littlefield, Shallowater, Freona, and Muleshoe. Looks like right now Muleshoe is fourth going into the last handoff. And there's a handoff to Haley Might. No, wait a minute. That looks like Precure there. And looks like the Lady Mules are going to be fourth in that. The Mules, Lady Mules have been accustomed to having really, really good track teams, but this year they are a little bit short on speed, and that's just the way it goes sometimes, but they'll put out a good effort. So just about ready for the Varsity 4x100 meter relay, and this is girls. Muleshoe will be in lane 4. It'll be Ruby Andrada, Brianna Burron, Conley Niblet, and Jasmine Orlano. Okay, in the first lane will be Tuya, second Dimmitt, third Littlefield, fifth Freona, and sixth Shallowater. So we're just about ready to start this Varsity girls 400-meter relay. And there's the start of the 4x100 meter relay. You have to have a lot of speed in this race, but you also have to have good handoffs. And looks like Muleshoe has a good lane 4. And let's see, right now, Shallowater, Freona, Littlefield, Muleshoe, and looks like Dimmitt. And see, that last one, that must be Tuya. All right, they're coming around on the last handoff, and looks like it's going to be Tuya, Littlefield. Let's see, Mules are going to be fifth, I believe. Yes. And that last leg was... That was Jasmine Rolano. We have the all of the teams placing. Shallowater was first in that 400-meter relay. Littlefield was second. Freona was third. Tuya was fourth. Muleshoe was fifth, and Dimmitt was sixth. So had a lot of speed in that one. We're just ready to start the JV boys 400-meter relay. Muleshoe will be in lane 5. That'll be Bryce Mauricio, Felipe Guerrero, Jason Flores, and Tim Perez running in that order. And then we have Dimmitt in 6. We have Freona in 4, Tuya in 3, Littlefield in 2, and Shallowater in 1. And there's the start of the 400-meter relay JV boys. The first leg is Brian Mauricio. He'll hand off to Felipe Guerrero. And then Guerrero will hand off to Jason Flores. And right now the mules are running pretty smooth out there. There's a good handoff to Flores. Flores is running the curve, and looks like he's gaining some ground in there. And it will be okay. Right now the mules are in first, and Jason hands off to Tim Perez, and the mules are going to win this. And they come in by about 10 yards there, 10 meters. Good job there by the JV 400-meter relay as they get a first place. For the start of the Varsity boys 400-meter relay, like we said, each participant will run 100 meters. For Muleshoe, lane 5, Josh Lopez, Jesse Easley, Aaron Ross, and Francisco Elizalde. And in lane 1 is Shallow Water, 2 Littlefield, 3 Tuya, 4 Friona, of course 5 Muleshoe, 6 Dimmitt. It's Dimmitt Varsity. When we had our invitational meet here earlier, they won it. They really have some lot of speed. Okay, there's the start. And it's going to be Josh Lopez. Josh is our good little running back in football, and he hands off to Easley. And this is a good race right now. Looks like Friona's really coming up. I believe that's Friona. And everybody gets their hand off. And it's going to be Ross now running. And Ross is going to be handing off to Francisco Elizalde. And looks like that's Shallow Water. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Well, looks like the mules are going to be fifth, I believe. They handoffs weren't real great over there on the last two, but anyway, the mules finished fifth in that 400-meter relay in the varsity division. Okay, we have the standings, team standings going into the running events, and JV girls, Shallow Water's leading, Muleshoe is second, Friona's third, Littlefield's fourth. And like I said, there's only 4 teams in the JV girls. JV boys, Shallow Water's leading, Muleshoe's second, Dimmitt is third, Littlefield is fourth, Friona's fifth, and Tuya sixth. In the varsity girls, it is Shallow Water, Dimmitt, Littlefield, Muleshoe, Friona, and Tuya. So the varsity girls are fourth in that one. Varsity boys is Dimmitt, Shallow Water, Friona, Littlefield, Muleshoe fifth, and Tuya. Now that's the standings at this particular time before we go into the running. I'd like to go ahead and give you the finishers in the 3,200-meter run. This was all 4 divisions ran this morning at 9 o'clock. In the 3,200-meter run, the JV girls, we didn't have any entries in that. In the varsity girls, 3,200, Jasmine Garza was fifth. And in the JV boys, Jacob Kettner, a freshman, was second. Jacob looks like he's going to really make a good distance runner. And in the varsity boys, number 4 was placing fourth was Evan Paez. So that takes care of the on the 3,200. I'll come back after this next race, and we'll give you some field events. Okay, 100-meter run, varsity girls division, and they just started. And looks like we have 1 runner in this. We have 8 girls participating, and we have 1 runner from Muleshoe in lane 2, Blanca Ramirez. And right now, Blanca is leading. That is Blanca Ramirez from Muleshoe High School. And then we have 7 others. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned the teams in the district this year in track, and sometimes that changes every year. Last year, I don't think we had Shallow Water. Okay, the teams entered. Muleshoe, this is varsity for sure. Muleshoe, Friona, Dimmitt, Littlefield, Shallow Water, and Tuya. So, and this race is 2 times around, and what is equal actually used to be called half mile, but it's 800 meters now. And looks like Blanca is leading. And looks like a girl from Littlefield is second, and Shallow Water is third. Blanca leads by about 5 or 6 steps. And then Friona. And then looks like another Shallow Water, Friona, and then 2 Dimmitt girls. Well, right now, the Tulia girl is trying to pass Blanca, and she did. If Blanca can just hang in there, though, she's right now second. And I think that's a third place girl from Shallow Water. Now they're coming around the curve, and the last 200 meters of this 800-meter run. And right now, Tulia is about 10, 15 meters ahead, and Ramirez is second. And a Littlefield Friona girls coming up now, 2 more of them. They're putting a lot of pressure on Blanca, and now Blanca's third. If she can, I believe she can hold them off for third. Blanca Ramirez. And it is going to be Tulia, Friona, and Ramirez from Muleshoe is third. And then fourth, Shallow Water. And looks like another Friona girl is going to be fifth. And Shallow Water sixth. And then seventh and eighth is Dimmitt. So that was a good effort by Blanca Ramirez as she finished third. To start the 800-meter run, JV boys. And there's the start. We thought we had 2 in this, but apparently we have Mike Lozano, and we were supposed to have Fidel Mendoza, but I guess maybe they scratched him for some reason. So looks like Muleshoe's out in front right now on this 800-meter run, 2 laps around. Now there's a big boy, look like from Shallow Water, has just passed everyone. And as we come around the last curve, right now Muleshoe's in second, Shallow Water in first. I think that, buddy, I think that's Fidel Mendoza, isn't it? Or maybe that, we'll find out for sure. We had 2 runners there, and only one of them running. It shows Mike Lozano and Fidel Mendoza, but we only have one. Is there anyone, buddy, that Mike could tell us?
I'll find out.
Okay. Okay, they're over on the backstretch, and the boy from Shallow Water is still in the lead, but the Muleshoe has really made up some ground. The Muleshoe's about 3 steps behind, and of course, this is a big, tall, long-legged boy from Shallow Water, and he really takes big strides, but Muleshoe is staying right behind him as we come around the last about 150 meters. Okay, and now Muleshoe's making their move, and boy, this is going to be a race, and Muleshoe's going to win this as he just blew past him by about 15 meters. Shallow Water second, Dimmitt third, looks like Littlefield fourth, and Littlefield sixth, and Friona seventh, I believe. Now there's a Dimmitt fifth, about ninth, and then Friona. For the JV, finished first. He led the first lap, and then he got behind probably 15 meters, and then came on the last 50 yards, I guess, meters you'd say, and won by about 15. So the winner on that in the JV 800 meters, Mike Lozano. Okay, we have 12 participants in this Varsity 800-meter run. and 2 from Muleshoe. In the 5th lane, Christian Paez, and in the 3rd lane is Mario Flores. So those 2 are running in the varsity division for the Muleshoe boys.
Isn't that kid that went to state last year?
I'm not sure.
Or was it Evan Paez?
It may have been his brother or a cousin or something.
He went to state, one of them Paez's.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're coming around the last curve on the first lap of this 800-meter run. And looks like Friona is leading right now. And then Shallow Water, Dimmitt, and then Shallow Water. And Muleshoe is running 4th. Well, we have 3 in it. they threw us a curve there. No, wait a minute. Noah Del Toro. Yeah. We have 3 in this. Noah Del Toro, Christian Paez, and Mario Flores. And we're 4, 6, and 7 right now. Okay, we've got 1 right now in 3rd. And we're over on the back stretch. We're entering the last 200 meters. And Friona's led this all the way, and Dimmitt and Muleshoe 3rd. That's Paez, isn't it? Paez. And Paez is 3rd. And Dimmitt is, this is quite a race between Dimmitt and Friona. And Paez and Muleshoe is going to be 3rd. And that is really a race. And looks like we have a 5th place finish for the Mules. And 5th and 7th, I believe. So that's 5th, Mario Flores, and then Noah Del Toro was 7th. So we had 2 places there. And I'm going to give you the results of some of the field events that we had earlier in the day. Okay, in the triple jump, as far as the JV boys, they did a very good job there. Number 1 was Jason Flores, triple jump. Number 3 was Mike Lozano, and number 4 was Isaac Mendoza. That's JV triple jump. So we picked up a good many points there. All right, now in the varsity boys shot put, we got Cesar Oliveira got 3rd. He placed 3rd. In the distance, Cesar also placed 3rd. Now this is on the varsity shot and discus. Now let's go down to the high jump. Danny Campos finished 6th in the high jump. In the long jump, we didn't have anyone to finish in that. In the triple jump, no one. And in the pole vault, Jesse Leal was 4th. Okay, let's move on to the JV girls. In the discus, it was Ambrose was placed 6th. In the long jump, Gonzalez was 1st and Hunt was 2nd. So we had a good finish there. In the triple jump, Sadie Suddeth was 2nd, and the other Suddeth was Sydney was 5th. So both Suddeth girls placed there. Now let's go to the varsity girls. In the discus, Rosas, she finished number 3. She finished 3rd. In the high jump, we had a tie, Muleshoe, between Niblet and Marilyn Melendez. They tied for 2nd and 3rd. And in the, no one in the long jump and triple jump. And in the pole vault, Diaz finished 2nd. So that gets us pretty well up to, we have a couple of field events, the JV boys, that we don't have yet. We'll try to get those, but that pretty well catches us up as far as field events. So we'll be back in a little while with these more running events. Miller or Dylan Miller, and Joe Wagner are in this. Lane 3 and Lane 5, 110-meter high hurdles, JV division. And one of them's running in Lane 3 and the other one in 5. And right now they're running like, I believe it's second and fourth. Littlefield, well, no, wait a minute. Dylan is out. He's trying to think for sure. Dylan may have won that. And he was, back when he came by the press box here, he was about second, but I kind of believe he won and looked like Wagner was fourth. We're ready for the 100-meter dash JV girls. We have 2 participants in that. Lane 1, Sydney Suddeth, and Lane 3, Haley Hunt. Haley had the third best time, and right now she's running third, and looks like Sydney is fifth, I believe, or is it sixth? 3 and 6. So Haley Hunt finished third, and Sydney Suddeth sixth. Boys 100-meter dash. Muleshoe has one in it. Lane 6, Bryce Mauricio. He had the 4th best qualifying time, 11.9, which would be equivalent to about a 10.9 100-yard dash. So he's going to be in Lane 6, Bryce Mauricio, JV boys. 100-meter, the gun is up. Now they go to their blocks. Lane 6, Bryce Mauricio, JV boys. And there's the start. And right now he's running, he's right up there with them. He's running about second or third right now. And I believe he got third. Or was it fourth, buddy? He either finished fourth or third, and he had the 4th best qualifying time, so that's pretty accurate right there. This is the 800-meter relay. JV girls. In Lane 3 is Muleshoe, Haley Hunt, Daniela Cortez, Laura Chalvis, and Gloria Gonzalez. And then we also have Freon in Lane 4, Littlefield in Lane 2, Shallowater in 1. And the first runner on this is Haley Hunt of the Mules. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's supposed to be Haley Hunt, but which one is it? No, that's not Haley. Maybe they switched them around. Is that Daniela Cortez? Well, look like the Mules are running third. They've mixed up our 4 participants. They didn't have an order, they said. Okay, this is Precure right here, isn't it? Yes. This, no, that's Emily, yeah. Well, they've changed them up. Anyway, Muleshoe is running third right now as they finish the first lap.
Haley's going to anchor.
Haley Hunt must be the last one. And then they had them mixed up, but it looked like Daniela Cortez, Laurie Chavis, and they had Emily Precure in there. They didn't have her listed. And Chavis is one of them. Okay, Chavis just handed off to Hunt. And right now Hunt's running third. Looks like Freona is first. Shallowater, and then Freona. And Haley is going to, she had third there for a while, but she's going to finish fourth, looks like. Okay, this is the Varsity girls 4x200-meter relay, or what they call the old 800-meter relay. Muleshoe will be in Lane 4, Ricarda Elizalde, Brianna Barone, Desiree Gutierrez, and Conley Niblett. And the Shallowater being 1, Littlefield in 2, Dimmitt 3, Tuya 5, and Freona 6. So the first runner is Ricardo Elizalde. Each runner runs 200 meters. This race is 2 times around the track. And looks like Shallow Water is out in front. And then, well, is that Dimmitt coming up on the inside, buddy? I think it is. And Littlefield's third. And then looks like the Mules right now are running sixth. And that would be Desiree Gutierrez handing off to, no, wait a minute. That's Brianna Barone handing off to Desiree Gutierrez as they move into the last lap. Well, we're having a little trouble in this race. Just the speed.
Conley's gonna get it dead last.
They're handing the ball off to handing the baton off to Conley Niblett, and Conley's running good, but she was so far behind when she got it. Looks like it's going to be Friona and Shallow Water and Dimmitt and Tuya Littlefield, Tuya, and Conley passed one of them, and she's going to be fifth. That was a good effort there by Conley Niblett. She was way behind. We're just ready to start the JV boys 4 by 200-meter relay. The Mules will be in lane 6. It'll be Isaac Mendoza, Bryce Mauricio, Jason Flores, and Tim Perez. Now, Littlefield being 1, Shallow Water 2, Dimmitt 3, Tuya 4, Friona 5. So the Mules didn't draw a very good lane on this 800-meter relay, but there's the start. And according to our records, it's Isaac Mendoza running that first leg, and he should hand off to Bryce Mauricio. And the Mules are running good on this right now, although they're on that outside lane on this 800-meter relay, and when you come around this last curve, you may not be ahead. But right now, they're running good. And the handoff was to Bryce Mauricio. And right now, he's running very well. I mean, he has a pretty good lead, and he's going to hand off to Jason Flores. Looks like Littlefield is second, or Tuya. Dimmitt third. And there's the handoff to Jason Flores. Jason's a sophomore. Jason's a good little athlete in about anything he does. He's over on the backstretch over there running really smooth. Now, that's not Flores, buddy. Well, maybe let's see. Is Flores running that last leg?
No.
Well,
This may be Jason here.
okay, that's Jason. That's Jason because they moved this around, and they did have Jason third.
That second one was a quiet guy.
Yeah. Is this okay? And that's not Jason either, but they're going to win. Oh, that was Tim Perez. Okay, Tim Perez. It must have been Isaac Mendoza, Bryce Mauricio, and Tim Perez. What happens on this, we're not making excuses, but they turn this in this order, and then the last minute they pull someone out or change them. But Jason wasn't in that, was he? Okay. Start the Varsity 800-meter relay, and they'll be in lane 6, the Mules will. The first leg will be Francisco Elizalde, second, Danny Campos, third, Trey Villa, and the fourth leg be Aaron Ross. So this is the Varsity 4 by 200-meter relay. Lane 6. There'll be a lot of speed in this race, too, with Dimmitt and Littlefield and Shallow Water, Friona. Oh, we ought to be just about ready. Looks like the gun's up. There's the start of the Varsity 800-meter relay. As I mentioned, each runner will run 200 meters. So out in front out there now is Francisco Elizalde, running very well right now. But he is on that outside lane, and he's gonna make the handoff to Danny Campos right there. And Danny's running well. Danny will hand off to Trey Villa. And right now, Danny's running very well. And he's going to hand off to, they need a good smooth handoff here to Trey Villa. And there, they had to hold up a little on the handoff. Wasn't a real good handoff there. And Trey Villa is going to hand off to Aaron Ross. And who's that coming up? Is that Shallow Water Buddy? I think it is. Right now, it's Mules are first, and they're really being crowded by Shallow Water. And now, as they come on the inside, now we're behind, and that's going to be Shallow Water first, and Aaron is trying to hang on, and I believe Aaron's going to hang on and get second, and he did. Okay, good effort there by the Varsity boys. As they finish second, that's going to be a qualification to regional or area. And they did get second. That was Francisco Elizalde, Danny Campos, Trey Villa, and Aaron Ross. We're just ready for the Varsity division, 400-meter dash, girls. We have one runner in this, lane 5, Ruby Andrade. And she had a 64:42, which is a pretty good time. She had the second best qualifying time, and she is in lane 5. They usually say on these races that lane 4 is the best one, lane 3 is a good lane, and lane 1's not so good, and of course the outside lanes 6 and 7. But Ruby is in lane 5.
All seven lanes are full.
And looks like, are all the lanes full, buddy? I believe they are, all 7 lanes. And I think the top 4 placers in the Varsity division, finishers, go on to area. Guns up. Really holding them a long time, buddy. And there's the start. 400-meter dash.
Well, just 2 of them were in blocks and one never would get.
And some of them didn't use blocks on that. And Ruby's running in lane 5 for the Mules. And right now she's running pretty smooth over on the backstretch over there. Of course, this is one time around the track. And as I mentioned, she had the second best time, and there were about 3 or 4 of them that were real close. Shallow Water's coming up now. And looks like Ruby right now is running 3rd, and she's trying to beat the girl from Littlefield, and looks like she's going to. And Ruby Andrade finishes 2nd in the 400-meter dash. Good effort there by Rudy. And dash in lane 7, we have a Muleshoe runner, Javi Perez. And then, of course, Freona 5 and Demet 6. And looks like Javi is way out in lane 7. Looks like Littlefield is really coming up, and Demet has 2 in this. Littlefield 1, and Shallow Water 2. And on the outside, there's Javi Perez. I believe Javi is a sophomore. So it looks like right now, see, Dimmitt first, Tuya second, Shallow Water third, Dimmitt fourth, and looks like Javi is going to finish fifth. So, fifth place. We have one runner in lane 1, Daniela Diaz, and she ran a 55:02 in the prelims.
Which was the worst time.
And looks like we have 7 participants in this race. 300-meter hurdles. It's a tough race. You have to be in good shape to run this. And looks like Daniela is on lane 1, and look like she's running 6th right now, I believe. And she's moving up close to, she's going to finish 6th, but she ran a good race. She had the 7th best qualifying time, but she placed 6th, so that's a good effort by Daniela. The JV boys 300-meter hurdles, and Muleshoe has Matt Flores in lane 2, and he had the 4th best qualifying time. Joe Wagner in lane 4 had the first time, and Dylan Miller had the 2nd time in lane 5. So the Mules have 3 runners in this, and all of them placed up there. So right now it looks like Wagner on the inside, and then Miller, both of them are out there right together. Now coming up on the inside also is Matt Flores in lane 2. So right now we're 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. If we can just hold up, Joe Wagner's running this strong. Now Dylan Miller, and now Matthew, I believe, is going to get 4th. He had 3rd, but I believe that's right, wasn't it, buddy? 1st, 2nd, and 4th. 100-meter dash. We have one runner in this, Sadie Suddeth from Muleshoe. And this is, and I believe Sadie had the 6th time. And there are 7 in this. And yeah, let's see. Sadie she's out in lane 7. Looks like Freona is quite a ways out in front on this. No, that's Shallow Water, 1st and 2nd. And Sadie right now is running, I believe she's 5th. Yes, Sadie finished 5th, or was it 4th? 4th. So good job there by Sadie. We're ready for the JV 200-meter dash for the JV boys. And we have 3 runners in this. Lane 2, Isaac Mendoza. Lane 3, Tim Perez. Lane 4, Felipe Guerrero, and he had the best time. So all 3 of these, actually all of the 7 of these runners were real close. So right now it looks like, I think that's Felipe out there in front. And we've got 2nd. And I believe that's Tim Perez. We've got 1st, 2nd, and what was that? Was that, or was it 3rd? 1st, 3rd, and 5th. So good effort there by the JV boys on the 200-meter dash. We have the varsity girls 1,600-meter run. Looks like the Lady Mules have Jasmine Garza in lane 3. And Cassidy Cage in lane 5. And they've just started. This will be 4 times around. We're going to film the 1st lap and the 4th lap on this mile run. So, Jasmine Garza and Cassidy Cage.
second and fifth.
Looks like we're in second and fifth right now. Buddy, which one's that down in front? Is that Cage?
Do what? No.
Okay.
Cage is in.
Looks like right now Garza is about third and Cassidy Cage is about sixth on this first lap. It'll be 4 times around the track. Looks like right now Dimmitt is leading, and then Littlefield, and Garza is third, I believe, and back in about 6th, 7th is Cage on this first lap. And we'll be back with you on the last lap to finish this race up.
7th and 9th. You got to pull up, girl.
This last lap of the mile, and Jesmond Garza and about 7th right now, and then Cassidy Cage a little farther back than that.
Cassidy's in that.
Mile run 4 times around.
What Littlefield girl's running?
Littlefield girl is quite a ways ahead on this, about 40 meters. Okay, we're coming around the last 100 meters, and without a doubt, Littlefield's going to win this. This girl is really running smooth, and it looks like that's Tiffany Almanzo, I believe, from Littlefield. And Dimmitt is going to be second. Looks like Freona third and fourth, and Shallowater fifth, and Tulia sixth. Looks like Shallowater seventh, and looks like Jesmond Garza is going to be eighth. And then ninth will be Cassidy Cage. That's a tough race. There's no doubt about it. And we still have Tuya coming in now. Another Dimmitt and another Dimmitt, and I think that's Freona back at the back there.
He said you're ready.
Okay, there's the start of the JV boys 1,600 meter run. For Muleshoe will be Mike Lozano and Jacob Kettner. Mike Lozano's in lane 3, Jacob Kettner in lane 5. Kettner finished second in the 3,200. So the JV boys really need to pick up some points here. And right now, looks like they're running first and second. And like I said, we will film the first lap and then the last lap on this mile. After this, of course, will be the Varsity mile run, and we're going to have about 3 participants in that. So right now, it's Jacob Kettner and Michael Lozano, first and second. And looks like 2 shallow water boys are right behind them. And then a Littlefield, Dimmitt, and 2 from Freona, another Littlefield and Freona, and then Dimmitt, and then shallow water and Dimmitt. And right now, Dimmitt is leading in this JV mile run. Kettner is right on his heels, and then Mike Lozano is third, and then there's a shallow water boy right behind him. So, okay, it's still Dimmitt. Dimmitt is gaining putting a little more distance between he and Kettner. And right now we're second and third, and there's a shallow water boy right on Lozano's heels. So those are the top four. Regardless, we're going to get some points out of this, but we don't know anyone from first to fourth. And Lozano, I believe, is weakening a little over there on that last 200 meters. And Kettner, if Kettner has some kick, he's about 8 or 10 meters behind the Dimmitt runner. And now, well, Jacobs kind of turned it on, but so is Dimmitt. So Dimmitt's going to get first, and Kettner is going to get second, and looks like Lozano fourth. So, and shallow water third. Looks like Littlefield fifth, Friona sixth, and shallow water, another shallow water boy, seventh, and then we going back with about 4 or 5 more. But the Mules did okay in that. They got a second and a fourth. Varsity boys 1,600 meter run. Muleshoe will have 3 in this. I think they put them all together in 2 heats. Evan Paez in lane 7, Mario Flores in lane 3, and Antonio Vasquez in lane 6. So the Mules will have 3 in this. And if I'm not mistaken, Paez finished 4th in the 3,200 run earlier today. So there's the start. I think that's Evan. Is it? No?
No, it come from here.
Oh, I was thinking that was Evan Paez, I believe, buddy, because as he ran the 1,600 this morning.
Lane 7, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's, yeah.
Whoever it was way out here.
Cut inside, yes. And like the other mile runs, we'll do the first lap and the second lap. Yeah, right now that's little Evan Paez in first, and then shallow water, and then another shallow water, then Dimmitt, and then Littlefield, and then we have one 9th and 11th, I believe, Mario Flores and Antonio Vasquez. Okay, going into this last lap of the mile, we have 2 shallow water runners. We have one Dimmitt, and we have Evan Paez running 4th for the Mules. And 6th is Mario Flores. So the Mules have a chance to get some points out of this. And Paez now is in 3rd. And the 2 shallow water runners are 1 and 2. And the Paez is moving up a little. And a big tall Dimmitt runner is behind him. But right now they're pretty well bunched. The 2 shallow water boys are right together, but Paez is probably about 10 meters back, and then Dimmitt. But I don't think these shallow water boys are weakening, but Paez is really running this well. But these big tall runners, he needs to come up on the outside. He's getting boxed in, and he did get boxed in, and looks like it's going to be shallow water first and second. And Paez was close. I think he finished 3rd. And, buddy, what is Flores? He got 6th, I believe. We either got 3rd and 6th or 2nd and 6th, but Paez, you could see him coming up on the inside, and he was right behind those 2 shallow water boys and couldn't pass them. but he really put out a good effort. We'll have to wait and see just where they picked him. But I know Paez finished at least third and Flores sixth. Races of the day, this 1,600-meter relay. This will be the JV girls. Running in the third lane will be Precure, Hunt, Gonzalez, and Chavis. And then also in lane 1 is Shallow Water, lane 2 is Friona, and lane 4 is Littlefield. So this is the mile relay or 1,600-meter relay.
This time, can we get all varsity girls 4x400 relay to check in? All varsity girls 4x400 meter relay. Just be checking in.
That's either Gloria Gonzalez or Laura Chavis.
Emily's running the second.
So Laura Chavis running this first leg. Emily Precure will be running the second leg. And then the last leg will be Haley Hunt. And this big, tall, shallow water girl is really running this good. And then right behind her is Friona in second. And looks like Littlefield in third. And Muleshoe is a close fourth there as we make the first handoff. Okay, we handed the baton off to Emily Precure. And now she's in third. This is Shallow Water way out in front first. And then Friona. And right now Muleshoe and Littlefield. This is the 4x400 relay, JV girls, mile relay, or meter relay. And they'll be making the third handoff as they come around. And right now, Friona's coming up pretty strong. They're putting a lot of pressure on Shallow Water. Shallow Water's still ahead, but it's close. A big, tall runner from Friona is right behind the Shallow Water girl. And Emily is running. She's running third, and she's fixing to hand off to, I think that's Laura Chavis. No. So which one?
Chavis was at first.
Okay, Chavis. I had them backwards. Chavis was third, and this must be third. This must be Gloria Gonzalez. And our third runner is running very well. And let's see, it's still, looks like it's still Shallow Water and then Friona, as Shallow Water's pulling away. Now there's the handoff to Shallow Water, the handoff to Friona, and now this Gloria. This is Gloria, and she's going to be, she's going to be handing off to Haley Hunt. And the Lady Mules JV team is going to get third on this, but there's no way catching those first two.
Did we have Kettner first or second?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
what they just announced.
So, looks like without a doubt it's going to be Shallow Water winning this mile relay, and Friona second, and Muleshoe's going to be third, and Littlefield's fourth. Shallow Water, as we mentioned earlier, in just about every event, they have strong participants. That was Shallow Water first, Friona second, and Haley Hunt is coming in third. And then Littlefield will be fourth. So we have three more races. That's going to be the Varsity mile relay, and then the JV boys relay, and the Varsity boys. And that'll wind up the competition here today. Girls 4x400 meter relay. And in lane 3, the Muleshoe team will be Blanca Ramirez, Conley Niblet, Jasmine Arellano, and Ruby Andrade. Now, according to the information we have, that's the 4 running. In lane 1 will be Shallowater. In lane 2 will be Friona. Lane 5, Littlefield. And lane 6, Tulia. And there's the start of the, we like to call it the old mile relay. One runner runs all the way around the track, 400 meters.
They didn't pull about, did they?
Third place is Paez Muleshoe.
And looks like we do have
With the time of 4:52.37.
5 teams in this. And right now, Muleshoe is running third. And out in front is going to be,
She gonna get the stagger.
looks like Littlefield, Tulia. Buddy, I believe that's Tulia and then Littlefield. Or is that Littlefield? They have the same colored. No, that's Littlefield. And now Shallowater's coming up on the inside. And Blanca Ramirez is holding her own. She's not too far back there in third. And she makes the handoff to Conley Niblet. So right now, and of course they're running to place for regional on this. Take the top 4 teams, or actually not regional, area, I think, next time. Right now, Niblet's running very well, and they are really bunched on these 4 over on the back stretch. And Niblet is, and Niblet just passed her on the inside. If Conley can hold this off, she has really run a good race so far. Very good. And out in front, guess who? Shallowater. And it looks like it's going to be Shallowater. And if Niblet can hold them off, she's going to get second. And she is going to get second. Littlefield third. And Friona fourth. So on that. And now the last leg is going to be, no, this is the third leg, buddy. Jasmine Arellano. That was really a good effort there by Conley, as she made up a lot of ground. And Arellano's running well over on the back stretch, running second behind Shallowater. And then Friona and Littlefield. Well, I say Littlefield, it's Littlefield and then Tulia, isn't it? Jasmine is still holding her own in there. Right now, she passed the Shallowater. Well, they're right together. This big, tall Shallowater girl. But I tell you what, Jasmine is running strong, and Jasmine's going to hand off to Ruby Andrade about 3 steps behind. And there's good handoffs for both of them. And this is the last leg. But another, buddy, another tall, lanky. I've never seen so many tall girls for Shallowater in my life. And, boy, they can step it off. Right now, Ruby is second, but Friona's coming up strong now also. So now we have to hold off Friona. And it's going to be, looks like this is going to be a good race. These last 3. Shallowater's leading by about 3 or 4 steps, and then Ruby Andrade And now Friona's coming up. And looks like Mules are going to finish third. But it was a good effort. That's Shallow Water, Friona, and Muleshoe. So very good effort there. We have 2 more races left now. JV boys, mile relay, and the varsity boys. We're ready for the mile relay JV boys, and this is very important because the JV boys are leading, I think, by a few points for the team total. And in lane 2 will be Javi Perez, Felipe Guerrero, Isaac Mendoza, and Jason Flores. Guns up, and there's the start. Looks like Friona in lane 1, Dimmitt in 3, Shallow Water in 4, and Tuya in 5. This is the JV boys 1,600 meter relay.
Thank you.
Looks like right now it's Littlefield out in front, and then Shallow Water. And looks like right now the Mules are running 4th. And Tuya's out in front instead of Littlefield. And this is a good race. And now Muleshoe's in 3rd. He'll hand off to Felipe Guerrero. And the Mules have quite a bit of ground to make up here. And Shallow Water is running 1st right now. And Tuya 2nd. And Muleshoe 3rd. And looks like Dimmitt. Oh, wait a minute. Friona 4th, I believe. Friona's 5th, yes. Well, Felipe Guerrero just passed the, I believe that's Tuya, buddy. I thought a while ago it was Littlefield, but it's Tuya. And Shallow Water is they're in the lead. And I tell you, Felipe Guerrero ran really strong then. He's about 10 meters behind. He hands off to Jason Flores on the last leg. Jason's got a lot of ground to make up, but Jason's a good competitor.
That's the last leg. That's the 3rd leg.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the 3rd leg? I thought Jason was running the 4th leg. Okay, this must be Isaac. They've switched them again on me. Jason is running 4th. This is Isaac Mendoza. And he's running strong. He really is. Has a lot of ground to make up, but the Mules are in 2nd right now. And I believe he's gained a little, but a big, tall, shallow water runner. Now there's a handoff this time to Jason. The Mules are 2nd, Shallow Water's 1st right now. Yeah, looks like, Buddy, he has too much ground to make up. That big, tall, Shallow Water runner, and he's running real smooth. But I think, Buddy, I may be wrong, but I think the Mules may still have a good chance to win the meet because they had a little lead. And on this, it'll be 20 points for Shallow Water and 16 for Muleshoe. And that's just a 4-point difference. The Mules have won the other 2 relays. And Shallow Water's going to be 1st. And the Mules, Jason Flores on the last leg is going to be 2nd on this mile relay. 3rd will be Dimmitt. And 4th will be Tuya. And Friona. And I don't think Littlefield, they weren't in that. So, the Mules get a 2nd there. For the last race of the day, 1,600 meter relay, the Mules, Trey Villa, Jesse Easley, Danny Campus, and I think it's Aaron Ross. We'll have to be sure. They've shuffled them around on us. They're in lane 2. Friona's in lane 1. Dimmitt's in lane 3. They are very fast. And Shallow Water's in lane 4. Those are the top 2 teams, looks like, right there together. And Tuya's in lane 5. In lane 2, buddy, I believe. And from what I have here, Trey Villa's running the first leg. And the gun's up.
Jesse's running second leg.
And Jesse Easley's running second leg. And I'm not sure on that third one. We'll find Danny Campus. Okay, there's the start. And Aaron Ross. Okay, so it's going to be Trey Villa, Jesse Easley, and Danny Campus and Aaron Ross. Okay. And you can bet this is going to wind up. The mules are going to run hard, but this 2-mile relay teams of Shallow Water and Dimmitt are very, very fast. And right now they're running first and second. The mules are running third. Trey Villa's running. He's running really strong, and he's right there with them. Trey's running excellent right now. It's Dimmitt, it's Shallow Water, and it's Trey Villa third. And then Friona, and then Tuya, I believe. See the Tuya? Yes, Tuya. So the runner now should be Jesse Easley. And right now, running pretty strong, but it is Dimmitt, Shallow Water, and Jesse Easley.
Come on, Jesse.
If Jesse can finish strong, he's going to be right with them. It's really a good race so far. We were talking about Shallow Water and Dimmitt, but Muleshoe's not far behind. Friona's fourth. And Jesse is running very well right now. Shallow Water's first. Dimmitt is second. And Muleshoe is third. And there's a handoff to Aaron Ross. So right now, this is quite a race. Muleshoe says, Dimmitt, you and Shallow Water are supposed to win this, but we're right there with you. And right now it's Shallow Water, a couple of steps behind Dimmitt. A couple of steps behind that is Aaron Ross. So, good race.
Varsity girls got fourth in the district.
And Buddy was just telling me the Varsity girls finished fourth in the district. Okay. We've dropped back a little, but Aaron's staying in there pretty strong. Dimmitt right now is winning, and Shallow Water, and Aaron Ross is running a good race. And Aaron's going to be handing off to Danny Campus, and the mules are running third right now. Top 4 go to the area. Friona is fourth, and this is going to be a race this last leg here between Shallow Water and Dimmitt. Dimmitt's now is ahead. Danny has dropped back a little. He's running hard. They're over on the back stretch. We're getting into the last 200 meters. And like we said, this Dimmitt and Shallow Water are going to have quite a race to see who wins this. The mules are going to get third. Now it's Dimmitt. And looks like Dimmitt's going to win it. It's going to be Dimmitt, Shallow Water, and Danny Campus of the Mules third. Good race there by all the mules. They ran hard. Fourth is going to be Friona. And looks like quite a ways back is going to be Tuya.